What is this place?
This is your dream.
I'm... me?
Correct. You are Date.
You are?
Iva, right? We established.
You're...
Excuse me? The heck is going
Where
on?
did I even start with this?
I can answer all of your queries.
I don't know
All
what
right,
this
then.
is, but I'm vibing.
Who are you?
I'm me, of course.
I know that voice. Iba?
Indeed.
Why do you look like a fluorescent shrimp?
What are you talking about? I'm
Now-
so cute that you've lost your mind.
Now I do have to ask you again, including that twitching of the eye of the hair texture, would you want a cybernetic advanced AI in your eyeball now, knowing that this is what happens when you dream?
It's not twitching on my end.
Oh, it's twitching on mine. That's hilarious. Let me record it.
No, it's twitching. I can see it though. It's twitching in the stream too.
That's so
like
funny.
I'm watching it twitch in the stream window, but not in the game window.
That's so crazy. Like, does that mean that this game is outputting two different videos?
I don't know what that means, to be honest. But
Yeah, you did game design. Like, what could possibly be the cause of this?
Listen, I did game design. This isn't game design. This is networking or something. I don't know fully how window capture works, but like, for the record, everybody watching, what you're seeing with the hair twitching is not happening in game for me right now.
That's so funny.
But also, more to the point, this more makes me not want AIs to exist if they're just gonna be like, try to look attractive and be like, I must look cute. Like, it's trying to seduce him.
Fluorescent shrimp.
Under normal circumstances, I would lecture you about your awful taste, but...
I do like the
are you
pulsing
doing in my
highlights. I wish I could have pulsing highlights.
The
in my
pulsing
hair.
highlights I can see at least. Snezkov? No, I don't think I would be skilled enough to make a Pikmin style game. I haven't done game design in like a decade and a half. Like I
Yeah, you haven't done game design since I last got my street pass. That's what happened.
way more than that. Before you had a 3DS.
Whoa! You're old.
I am old.
You called me. My consciousness and your own are linked. This is why I appear in your dreams. Consider me an alter ego.
So it's not just a like advanced AI that's in his eyeball, but it's a sentient advanced AI.
And it takes over his alter ego? Like he has no sense of self.
That's an alter ego of his eyeball. I think she's saying. But my point is, imagine an AI in your eyeball that is completely sentient. It has its own thoughts and feelings, and...
But I shouldn't waste time explaining further. You will have forgotten this by the time you wake up.
That's fair, Dragon. Don't worry about paying attention too much.
I will discuss this with you soon, when you're awake.
Trying to sort out a situation, but my brain isn't cooperating. Must be because I'm sleeping right now. So things that I should know. I can't remember. My head is all fuzzy. I'm not my usual self. It's like I'm inside someone else's head, which is a strange feeling.
Putting that aside, do you recognize this room?
No, not at all.
I suppose that's fine. Let us begin.
Begin what?
Somnium scan! Activate!
I was gonna say, what are we beginning? Are we electrocuting each other? Like, what's going on?
God, it's like having an acid trip inside your dream.
Got it.
That would be terrible.
I have completed a scan of your Somnium, your dream world. My simulations have encountered several mental locks.
Mental lock number 1.
Mental locks?
Have you already forgotten? Even your critical thinking abilities have dulled.
Huh?
In short, Somnium is a world built from the deepest recesses of your consciousness.
Intellect number 2.
This world is divided into several layers. Each layer stands upon a foundation, a base component. Think of these foundations as mental blocks, or simply locks for convenience.
Psycholocks.
Mental locks must be broken before we can proceed deeper into consciousness.
They're Psychlocks.
They are
The truth is always hidden within the deepest layers. Therefore,
truly
we
Cyclops.
must...
No, Snezkov, I've not played another R on Wii.
Remove the mental locks?
Correct.
So I just need to turn on all the lights and open the door? Shouldn't be too hard.
Don't be so sure. Appearances in this world can be deceiving. Let's start with the door. Please direct me to the door and give me instructions.
I see. So I can do whatever I want with you in this world.
Excuse me?
Well, I suppose that is true, but...
All right, let's do this.
Excuse me?
Turned into a pelvis. Excuse me, what? You heard me.
And she was doing a lot of like pelvis gyrating at the start, so.
She really was doing a lot of pelvis gyration.
Unlocking mental locks allow you to travel deeper into the dream. Locking all of them will reveal important information. Guide to unlock the mental locks displayed in the upper left corner. Move Iba closer to the door and investigate.
Oh.
Oh god.
Third person
I
movement.
can control a person. I control my eye.
I mean, you can control your eye in real life too, to be completely honest.
Wait,
I don't know if
you
that's
guys
novel.
you guys can control your eyes?
Oh no.
A door locked with a padlock.
Investigating things, you choose from a number of options to give Iba instructions. Now have Iba investigate the door. Oh god, don't look.
Ooh.
It
There we
appears
go.
all I have to do is open this door.
No, 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 no.
I can't touch it. That is to be expected.
Poor. That was a
Dreams are
poor
not
animation. Spike chunks off.
This is Date's
Do better.
Somnium, a reality built by dreams.
No, that was an intentional animation.
They're dirty. They're nasty
My
boys
Somnium.
over Spike chunks
see.
off.
Your mental faculties must be hazy because your body is currently sleeping.
I mean, this is from the same writer that made up EUs, erotic units, so...
I suppose I will have to explain.
I'd
Nasty
rather you not
boys.
disturb my precious sleep.
Shut up and listen. Date, look at that. The places where the light touches have become colored.
Shady said firmly grasp it.
No.
Also, hi there, Risenzo. Welcome. I'm doing good, you?
Perhaps those parts
Dirty.
are now tangible. Every human mind is unique. Every human dream has its own set of rules.
I see.
If you understand
I've never had
these
a
rules,
dream with a set of
the dream
rules.
world itself becomes malleable.
Kinda just does whatever.
Who was that?
I don't know.
You must know. This is your dream. It is created from your memories.
Not entirely true.
I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea who that was.
I've absolutely had dreams that have nothing to do with my
You may
memories.
remember upon reflection.
I need to give you commands that will unlock the mental locks, right?
Indeed, but it is difficult to predict exactly how an object will behave in Somnium. Think outside the box. Trying different actions will help solve the problem.
Now, what should I have you do?
Don't forget that I have a veto.
Let's see, I'll just have a floating name.
I thought the veto was gonna be a mechanic. Like if you like ask her to do too many things, she like stops. You lose
A
the game.
winter iris.
What?
Do you not recognize it? This is an iris that blooms in winter.
A flower with a woman's name.
My god.
Iris?
Are you an idiot?
I think he is. I revoke any kind of
Grab it or smell it.
firmly grasp it.
Sorry. We're smelling it.
No, it's fine.
Hey, I didn't know you could smell.
I can't. I'm pantomiming. Isn't it easier to visualize this way?
Sure. Whatever.
Shady said firmly smell it.
Firmly smell it.
Pardon?
Harder. You gotta smell it harder.
What?
Oh, gross.
Okay.
What is?
Oh,
What the heck is?
Amazing
no.
suction. Bravo. Marvelous.
we can't grasp it
What are you
anymore.
experiencing so regularly to cause this to happen in your dreams?
You were able to touch it.
Correct.
So I just need to keep this up?
Something like that.
Oh, the vines left the.
Oh, okay. So that was the right thing, was to smell.
to inhale it.
Apparently.
Oh man, this game.
A switch. The thorns are gone.
Yeah, they're up your nose.
What should we do? I guess we should turn it on.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Now
Are
I
there
can
the other
activate the
options just
switch.
to not do anything?
Dragon said you cannot grasp the full power of Gygas' attack. What the heck's wrong with your hand?
I don't know why she insisted on lifting her hand in such a weird way.
I'm only gonna press buttons that way now.
Just like curve your, like gnarl your hand before you go
Rewarding,
up to the
Dante. Another
button.
place you can touch.
I would rather be sleeping.
Hey! We literally goofed our way to the first solution of the game.
I know what
Pure-
kind of
pure
game this
goof.
is.
Pure goofs.
But now I know what AI stands for.
We're all idiots.
Sure. Unlock the... Open the door. Okay.
I thought it had something to do with like opening the
A glass of
curtains.
wine.
Have a sip?
I mean, yeah.
Is that what it is? Okay.
I mean, I feel like that's gonna be
Leave
the
it to
correct
me.
solution. Like, now that I feel like
Hey,
that's. I wanted you to take a sip from the cup.
I feel kind of good.
why isn't AI getting drunk?
On
What?
imaginary wine.
Why could you grab the bottle, but you couldn't grab the door
They said
handle?
that. They said when we hit the switch, there was another place we could touch now.
Oh, it's so weird.
Why do I have to listen to Date diss me all the time?
Oh, she's annoying when she's drunk. Someone else can come take her.
Imagine your eyeball getting drunk.
A skeleton. It appears to be bleeding from the left eye.
Hello.
To the skeleton?
I mean, it's our only
Oh,
option.
Someone to talk to, huh?
True. Hello, my name is Iba. What is your name? How are you? I am currently 92% charged and feeling well.
Charge your eyeball?
You're gonna have to.
Don't, stupid bony man. Your mother is a stupid bony girl. Bony, bony, bony.
What the heck is going on?
What is this game?
Are you finished?
My disappointment is immeasurable.
I need that as a meme.
And my disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. That is a meme.
But I need the screenshot as a meme.
A floor lamp shaped like a rose.
You know what you got to do. You know the solution
Kick
to
it.
this puzzle. You know it is.
Why'd the skeleton head move?
You don't have to kick it so hard.
Give it everything you've got. That's my motto.
Didn't even
Oh,
budge.
the voice actor
I saw the
for
skeleton's skull move slightly.
Aiba is, if I remember correctly, is the girl who voices An in Persona.
Okay.
Hey, Date, are we gonna get him too? Huh?
What are you, a thug?
A basket. I cannot see inside it.
I guess.
Oh, she voices
Are we just
Yomogi,
wearing it?
too.
Are we wearing it?
Wear it. You know you have to.
Leave it to me.
Did you hear she voices Yamogi?
It is dark. I cannot see anything.
The skeleton
Oh,
has
it
a
has
tuna.
The skeleton has it
I see a
too.
dumb AI and a skeleton.
A basket.
Okay,
Yeah!
Ow, that hurt my shoulder.
Sorry.
How do you have a
I shouldn't
shoulder?
have asked you to do that.
you can see her
Now
shoulder.
you have to shoulder that burden.
Was that
Oh,
a
I hate him.
pun?
I hate him.
I mean, on one hand, he has puns, but on the other hand, he's like super pervy.
A basket.
Sure, searching it.
A model of a UFO. A stuffed chupacabra. And a $1 bill.
Occult stuff, maybe?
Does the occult interest you, Date?
Is a $1 bill an occult thing? Oh,
The
I'm a
Illuminati.
cultist now.
Yeah, the Illuminati, right? With the pyramid, with the
I
eye.
guess I'm a cultist. I carry that around.
You do.
The truth is out there.
It is a trending topic. Anyone could have encountered items such as these.
True. Somebody's.
I think the subtext is that he has an
This is somewhat
American
different
dollar,
than
and this
occult.
game doesn't take place in America.
No, it takes place in his dreams.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Snezkov. I don't talk about things that happen at the library on stream because of privacy. Like with patrons.
Is that it? Did we do everything we could with the box?
Yeah, that was all three things, and the other ones.
Can we do something with the curtain? I still think we have to do something with the curtain.
I don't think we can interact with the curtain. We didn't do the right thing with the skeleton,
A
though.
skeleton.
Hmm.
It wasn't talk.
I mean, hit it. You gotta hit.
No,
Oh,
this skeleton. I harbor no grudges against you.
why are you gonna hit it literally in the same place where the eyeball is bleeding? That's rude.
What?
Iba, look. The wall.
Oh, that's not good. Just Monica?
Yeah, your Iba just functionally collapsed Date's like subconscious.
Did we like game over?
Yeah, did we just make our main character go catatonic? Like what?
Do you have an irrepressible urge for destruction you've been holding back all this time?
Even if I did, adults have to learn moderation, you know.
Oh,
Who is he?
Are you sure you don't know?
I don't know. He looks like
how can he
some old
face
man.
through doors?
You
It's
could
a dream.
describe him a little more generously.
False sleep talking. My hidden item insomnia. There's always one somewhere. No more. I can't eat anymore. I'm stuffed.
The refrigerator. Oh,
No.
not. Don't look at that.
What?
That's not relevant.
Day 1, date B. Achievement unlocked. Dream documentation duty intern.
Oh, there's collectibles. Are you gonna try to get them all?
No, we're not. We'll get what we get.
We get what we get. Okay, you
Uh,
heard it here, folks. We get what we get.
Oh, there's more things we haven't seen. Mizuki is 12. We found a 12-year-old girl.
She likes metal pipes. She'd buy our merch.
And Iris!
She likes
Oh.
metal pipes and Iris. She'd buy our merch.
Okay, dang it, I relate to her. I like tonkatsu ramen too.
You also do like unagi. Do you like breeding
But I like raw
like,
seafood. So never mind.
clyones?
What?
Do you like breeding clyones? Scion? Sea slugs?
I've
It's
never
what-
tried.
That's what Phione is based off of.
I know what it is. I've never tried to breed them. Also, though, she dislikes how Date holds chopsticks.
I mean, it probably holds them really poorly.
Skills enjoys emotionally attacking Date.
She's Shoko's daughter. Okay, so Shoko was the corpse.
Okay, so her mother is a corpse. Got it.
Her mother's a corpse.
36.
January 4th, her birthday just passed. Happy birthday.
Dislike someone who hurt her in the past.
I mean, I would too. Oh, she's into that one store. Can we say the store's name? Sells the meatballs.
I don't see
furniture.
why not. I'm willing to have them sponsor me if they.
Please sponsor us, IKEA.
Yeah,
I'll talk about
Dragon.
your
It
meatball
does feel like an
screen.
Uchikoshi game. Oh, hey, cool name. Welcome.
Hi, cool name. We're learning about Scandinavian furniture and Pilates. She likes to be envied. Did you see that? She likes to be envied. Envied and praised.
I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't? I don't. I don't want to be envied. It makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, I envy you.
Oh, no!
Cool name says he was summoned by talks of meatballs.
Listen, have you ever had IKEA meatballs? I have not.
I have never set foot in an IKEA.
Is there an IKEA near us?
Not that I know of. I mean, there must be, but I've never seen.
Yeah, don't dox us.
ACTH. Fair. Not everybody knows what ACTH is.
What's ACTH?
Adrenocort. I don't know how to say it. It's a hormone.
Adrenocorticotropic hormone.
It's a stress-based hormone.
Yeah, it's adrenaline, right?
Is it adrenaline?
I mean, that's where adreno comes from.
X-ray mode. That's just what X-ray mode is. Trunk. What's a trunk? Another word for the torso of the human body.
Good to know.
That's not the meaning I thought it was. Okay. Cortisol. Also another thing I guess probably not everybody knows. That's fair.
Yeah, cortisol. I would say, yeah, for sure.
Puncture wound. Do you really need to say what a puncture wound is?
Yeah, this is a bad one. That page. Go back to that page. Numbers 65 through 80 are just gonna be really dumb. Like, I can almost guarantee it. I'm locking it in.
Puncturing instrument. Ice picks and trowels fall under this category.
I mean, just anything past.
That doesn't even define it. That just gives two examples.
Actually, not to dox you. We'll talk about it, but you're closer to IKEA than I am.
Yeah, cool name. This game is translated. And, oh, cool name also envies you.
No! Cool name!
Because he can't grow facial hair.
I'm upset, cool name. You know what you're doing. That's not nice.
But it's kind.
It's gonna be so upsetting if that's the bit that everybody starts, like, leaning into. To make me feel uncomfortable by talking about how much they envy me.
You become the envy of everybody on Twitch. Just because we haven't yet.
Just like I become the most popular Twitch streamer.
No, not the most popular. Like the most envied. Me. Oh God.
Oh yeah, that's not good. Ooh.
What was that?
Whatever it
was that a glitch or was that intentional?
Gun came out of the skull?
Pick up or investigate?
I'm here. I'm just plugging a charger.
Oh, I thought you were like pretending to throw up.
No, I was plugging in a charger. Although that was a good bit to pretend to be
Shady said that was a bug. Okay.
No, it's a feature.
Yes, cool name. This is indeed blind for both of us.
Yeah.
Pick up or investigate? I don't have any preference.
We're gonna investigate it first, maybe. Nope, just pick it up.
Is there a gun in this house?
Yeah, no. The other
This
thing,
house
cool
has a
name is
skeleton in it. Anything can happen.
we've established that the goof is the correct answer most of the time, so we have to be very careful.
Shady said to firmly grasp it.
I hear it's common in the Kyushu area. In fact, it is said that they place hand grenades in the egg cartons in their refrigerators.
Where did you hear that from?
In the Kyushu region of Japan?
Yeah, they put grenades in their egg cartons. Everybody knows that.
Bold.
A gun. It
The
won't go
the way
off?
she said a gun is so funny to
It
me.
should be fine.
Immediately fires as soon as she touches it.
Look at this hot magnum. I could ventilate some crooks with this thing.
Is that a
Why did you say it
ventilate
like
some
that?
crooks? Is that a sentence?
Yeah.
I mean, those are words.
Why did she say it like that? She
Don't
didn't
get
have to
excited.
say that.
Remind you of anyone?
No.
Like, why didn't she say like bust a cap or something? Why did she say ventilate some crooks?
I
It's
don't know,
like,
but I'm going to
hello?
use it now. This can't be a bug.
A door
Ugh.
locked with a padlock.
Hello, fellow kids. Put the gun in the keyhole.
Logically.
Do you think something this size would fit?
It
No.
might fit if you work it in a little.
God!
No!
That's the tip.
No!
I suppose.
Dante!
You said to click this one.
Ugh.
Oh, this is the right one?
I'm both upset that it was A, the right answer, and
I
B,
see. The
horny
gun was
on
the key.
Maine.
Well,
Why are
well,
Spike
seems
Chunsoft
I
games
was
so
keen on this.
horny?
It's not. It's just specifically this one writer.
Ugh.
Okay,
What's their
that's
name?
it.
I'm
This dream
I'm
is
just
over.
gonna blight it in my
Like,
brain.
all,
so I
all he does is puns and horny stuff. Sometimes
puns and
combined.
horny.
That's his kink.
Horny horny puns are my kink.
I suppose this dream is over then. Guess I'll wake up now.
Good.
Oh, we solved it.
I'll open it.
we beat it. We beat it, y'all.
You
I
found
didn't even
it.
realize. Is he standing on a table? What's going on?
He found it.
We did find it. Hello, sir and or madam. Oh,
Looks like a
and madam. I was correct. It was a sir and a madam.
I think it's just a sir. I don't think it's a madam anymore.
What's a madam with you?
Oh, God.
Oh, you did find it.
Achievement unlocked. Brain memories hidden in dreams. Okay.
Oh man. Oh, oh,
Brain
Whoa.
blast.
whoa! Super powered mind, a mechanical canine. Bark,
Sockeye.
bark.
It took me
Psychi.
a moment to realize that is indeed the theme song.
Oh yeah, did you not remember?
It's locked away
Rescues
somewhere in my
the
head.
day from sure destruction. This is the theme song. Don't copyright claim us.
Good morning, Date. I was waiting for you.
Good morning, Shamir. How have you been? How's Garrett Monk?
I don't know. Why don't we ask him?
Ask him. I hardly know him. Be
Uh,
careful with the Tanuki because they're gonna talk about its pendulous testicles. I'm just letting you know.
about what?
This game is.
Oh,
Do you,
Tanuki.
Tanukis have big
I
balls.
know that.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh, okay.
that's the
I
only
wasn't
thing
sure.
that's like their defining trait.
Okay, well, people in chat, Tanuki's got big balls, and this game is so horny on main that that's probably the only thing that's gonna come out of checking it. I can almost guarantee it.
So I have a big catch on it.
That's what they
You
call
think
me.
it's true that a Tanuki's ball sack can
Ah!
stretch about 10 square feet?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
What the hell?
It's a Tanuki.
I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right. All I ask is to be wrong once.
Have you met my partner? This is my childhood
Literally,
friend,
the
Mario.
only thing that they said was about how big its balls were.
I told you that's,
That's
the
it.
only like a notable thing about Tanuki.
There's so many other things. Look at this fun little jaunty hat.
It's a leaf.
He's a good
Yeah, they have
listener.
leaves.
Tell him all my stories when I get lonely.
That was the moment I started to worry about Boss's mental health.
This
Me,
game.
Mario. Nice to meet you.
He talks?
Boss's friend, Mario. Cool name. Cool name has a point.
What was Cool Name's point?
It wasn't horny unless you have your ball sack get stretched 10 feet in a sexy way.
Are there any other way to stretch your butt? No, I can't. I can't.
Looking at that reminds me of my old boyfriend from high school.
Also, love interest must have been an athlete. Interesting.
Overall length of 15.35 inches, width of 8.8, height of 5.35, and a body weight of just a hair over 830 grams.
Why is this
This
relevant
RC
to
car
RC
has
car?
friction dampers on the front and rear axles as well.
How do you know all this stuff?
I used to be a flag girl for RC car racing in my glory days.
That's a thing.
She was a flag girl for RC car racing in her glory days. Like, she peaked when she was a flag girl
For RC
for
cars.
RC car racing.
Listen, let her be proud.
She's the head of a secret police department, and
Yeah,
she peaked
that's-
when she was a flag girl for RC car racing.
Coolney said Boss is the best character in this game.
I love her. I love her. I love having Shamir in my life.
Despite the one thing she said about Tanuki.
Listen, she has it in her office. I can't blame.
She has it in her office
Girl.
because of conversation piece, just so she can say that.
She just likes to talk about Tanuki's pendulous, stretchy ball sack. What are all those baggies?
Bags hanging around.
What are they?
Masks, like for costume parties.
Oh, fun. You can't even. She won't even talk about the entire
'Cause
like
Those aren't
a quarter of
conversation
that
pieces.
wall's real estate. A quarter of that wall's real estate are masks, and she won't even bring it up. She clearly has something to say about it.
No, she just wants to talk about Tanuki's big.
Ugh. I'm so upset.
Tombstone. Rip. The entrance.
Yeah, just leave. Just leave. Look how many masks are in this
chair.
office. Why does she need this many
Reminds me of
masks?
you, boss. You have many faces, one inside the other. No matter how deep you go, you'll never get to the real you.
Matryoshkas eventually end, though. You get to the last one, the smallest one, like a child. That's the real me.
Why would you do this to me? Why would you be so deep after literally the last thing you talked about?
Listen, that's the
Car
outermost.
race.
That's the outermost face.
This game.
Like it? It reminds me of you, Date.
The Matryoshka doll?
Kulna said this isn't the only time you'll be in this room. She says something different each time. And he's kaname. The kanji for Kikuru is kaname. That's not my real name. I don't know my real name. I don't know anything about myself past 6 years ago.
Oh, the key reminds her of you. I thought it was the Matryoshka.
because of the kanji. Cold air is blowing from the Animal Crossing.
Stop ogling me.
I am not ogling you.
Why did the AC trigger this game is
That's
gonna
a
give
Persian
me an
red, you know,
aneurysm.
Very expensive.
Oh yeah? How much?
10 billion yen.
What are you, in elementary school?
Happy birthday banner
birthday.
description. Birthday party was a while ago though. Bookshelf.
Relatable.
It's full of files and binders, but I don't know of what. It's got books, manga, movies, games, all sorts of stuff. What is she doing here? Bookshelf. Electronic Arts
Why do you
game.
have this?
So if we're trapped down here when World War III starts, we'll have something to do.
Can get bored with darts really fast.
And it's electronic, so like it would only be useful in its intended
mean-
purpose for a little bit before you have to start doing math manually.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not that hard to do some manual math. And considering you're trapped under there for all of World War III, it's something to do.
I guess so. If you tell me that I have to both deal with World War III and math in the same day, I don't know if I can handle it.
Okay, so many. They're just. It's this stationary bike for indoor training.
So this.
A
I
symbol.
use that thing
It's-
for stress relief sometimes.
I know. I can hear it all the way down the hall.
Can you imagine? Pa, 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 pa. I mean, I think that would
Yep.
probably be good stress relief.
They're all my husbands.
Uh-huh.
Lost a single, by the way.
Oh, that was a thing.
Where? Skis.
Are you familiar with the murder case at the resort called Spur?
Nothing.
That's it.
Nothing else. Nothing else. Are you familiar with the murder? Something to think about.
That's been here a while.
I mean, Christmas comes every year, right? It's a pain
Relatable.
taking that thing down and
I mean,
putting it up
super
again.
relatable. I'd just keep it up if I had one.
Super relatable. Yeah, I would just decorate it for the different holidays, but I would keep it.
I mean, like, at my family's house, my mom leaves the Christmas lights up in her hair studio because, like, all year round, she's decided to stop taking them down. They're just white ones, too, so they're not, like, necessarily festive.
Yeah, it's classy.
Yeah. Anything else? No?
I think that red flag was something.
The poster?
Up on the left. No, back where the skis were.
Public bath door curtain?
Oh, we already checked it, yeah.
That's my grandpa's death mask.
The guy had a huge face.
That is a big face.
Okay, I think that's it. Oh, the desk, I guess. Okay.
Where do you think you are, Agent?
Metro Police Building in Kasumigaseki, Chiyoda District, Tokyo.
Underground. We're 6 stories underground.
Yeah, what about it?
No windows. It's suffocating in here. Dark and dreary all the time. So, I try to make my office colorful. Liven things up a little. It's like a party,
Relatable.
right? I want it to feel fun in here.
Okay, fair. That's why you have the Tanuki statue.
It's not a party unless somebody's balls are hanging out. She almost what's that the iconic scene of the girl
Hey.
switching her legs or
Remember the
what
case
is
you
it?
brought up yesterday?
I don't know.
The one that happened 6 years ago?
Date, forget about it.
What?
Forget about it, Date.
It's been a long time since I've been at a crime scene, and I got a little carried away and... Look, it was a slip of the tongue, okay? Shouldn't have said anything.
That just makes me want to know even more.
That case has nothing to do with this one.
But it might.
She switches her legs
Last
so
night
much.
you said this could be a copycat.
Yeah.
murder.
Yes, that's my point. It might be a copycat killer, but it can't be the same killer.
Also, cool, and I said, well, shit, I guess I should make this a party then.
That's impossible. Literally impossible. So it's not necessary for you to know about past cases. It would only cloud your judgment.
I don't accept that.
Just give it up, Date.
No.
I wouldn't tell you even if my life depended on it. Even if you took me to the finest club in Kabukicho and showered me in Dom P. My lips are sealed.
What is Dom P?
Perignon, it's alcohol.
Oh, she wants to take an alcohol shower.
But why, boss?
Yep.
It's top secret, classified.
It was that bad, huh?
If that's how you want to interpret it.
Yeah, a bottle of Dom
Give it a
Perignon
rest,
is
Date.
around $250.
US dollars or Japanese dollars?
US dollars. Japanese dollars is like 1,000,000 yen, I'm sure.
You keep prying into this, and I'll hit you with a sexual harassment complaint.
That's not what.
This isn't harassment or sexual.
You're the one who brought up Tanukis.
I can make it sexual.
It appears you wouldn't have an issue with that. I can detect your thoughts, remember?
Thank you for your input, Iva.
Oh yeah, you could buy it in
Just
Japan for 250
Promise me
bucks.
you'll let this go, okay?
Okay.
It's a delicate issue, even more delicate than my patience. So drop it. That's an order. Understood?
I'm not gonna get anything else out of it.
Clearly,
Should be surprisingly stubborn.
I was gonna say. Clearly, she wasn't understood if you kept bringing it up.
Interrogators say she hasn't said a word since we found her.
The doctors say she's traumatized. She can't speak. She's seeing a specialist at Central Hospital right now.
Did you take her to the hospital after we found her?
Yeah.
Were you with her this whole time? You're like her legal guardian then.
No, she just lives with me.
So you are her legal guardian. That's how that works.
I mean, if that's not what it is, then it's creepy.
When a minor lives with you, yeah, if you're not their legal guardian, it's very creepy.
Girl we found on a merry-go-round. She's 12 years old in the 6th grade. Circumstances for us to live together, but we aren't blood related. Served like a stray cat that found her way into my home.
In any case, we're not going to get anything from her.
Oh, new option.
Who's
picked
Renju
up Renju
Okiura?
yet?
He's at a police station nearby being interviewed.
I don't know.
He's not a suspect yet, just standard procedure stuff.
Shoko's ex-husband
Oh.
and Mizuki's father.
Who's Renju
An old
Okiura?
friend.
Give it a second.
I wonder what Renju was doing last night. I did call him a few times. He didn't answer.
He didn't?
No.
The local police tried his phone too, but they got the same result. No one was able to get a hold of him until this morning. We explained the situation to him, had him verify Shoko's corpse, and naturally started asking him questions.
Oops. Stop
Who do
switching
you
your
think I
legs.
am, Date?
No, like
you're my
that
boss?
can't be
Commander of
comfortable.
Abyss Metropolitan Police Department?
I mean, my name.
Huh. I honestly don't know. I've been calling you boss for 6 years, so...
Trust me, it's been more than 6 years.
Except from a memory disorder. I don't remember anything past 6 years ago. Having flashbacks recently, fragments of my past.
Wait, what does your name have to do with our investigation?
Because if you knew me well enough, you wouldn't have to ask.
Ah, so, nothing to report then. Got it.
I don't know if I would call them leads.
What about the ice pick? The one we found in Mizuki's hand?
We were able to identify the manufacturer, but it's
What does the
sold
manufacturer
nationwide.
matter?
It would be impossible to pin down the buyer.
Fair enough, fair enough.
We did determine that the shape of the pick and the puncture wounds on the victim match perfectly. We also
Yeah, but she
discovered
could've-
that the blood on the pick is the victim's.
What?
You could just be pulling the pick out.
Meaning
Right.
that ice pick was probably the murder weapon.
Almost definitely.
I can almost guarantee it wasn't her. Just too easy.
The pick
It's too
Mizuki
easy.
was holding, the only prints on it are hers. The evidence is really stacking up against her.
A 12-year-old can't commit murder.
No. She couldn't have done it. It's impossible.
12-year-olds can't commit
You
murder.
better hurry up and clear her. She is important to you, right?
She literally just described her as a stray cat.
Let's see. We have some more information about the victim, Shoko Nadami. It's up on the database. Although it's probably nothing you don't already know.
Well, maybe not. I haven't seen her for over a year.
Still, you know more about her than anyone else on the case, right? It's part of the reason why I assigned you to this.
So how that
Nagami
works.
Shoko, 36 years old. Female. Residence, Meguro District. Met Date Kaname 5 years ago through her husband, Okiura Renju. Date and Renju were so-called old drinking buddies. Renju and Shoko had one child together, a daughter named Mizuki, the prime suspect of this case. 4 years ago, they were divorced. Shoko returned to using her maiden name, Nagami.
I should also give you this. It's a picture of Shoko. You'll need this when you're trying to get information, right? Since you don't have a cell phone.
How do you not have a cell phone?
Because I
It's
have an eye.
20XX.
I have a smart eye that does the same things.
Yeah, you can't show people your eye. You just like just pop this in your eye socket and you'll be able to see the picture. That's fair. That is fair.
Okay. Is there anything else from that? Iba has something new? Oh. Iba has another form now.
Oh yeah, just a picture.
Dislikes dirty jokes. And going outside the simulation. Okay.
Oh, what is fluoroscopy? I forgot that. To look that.
Study of flowers? No, it's oscopy. Going inside of a flower's veins and like, I don't know.
Oh, X-raying.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Likes unusual things, dislikes ordinary things.
I hate it. I hate it.
He's a maid cafe manager.
I hate him so much. He's such
And his
such
hobbies are work. Or
He
the
sounds like
maid
such
cafe.
a douche. He sounds like such a douche nozzle. Oh my gosh.
Oh, cool name.
What do you like?
Cool name
ordinary
said that he
things?
knows the binary what the binary says in Iba's profile. What does it
I
say?
looked it up and it was just like O with a squiggle. Yeah, what does it say? Did I do it wrong?
We'll see if he tells us.
Yeah. Also, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some nail polish remover to clean my nails while we're doing this.
Okay. Nothing interesting there. Aphonia. Medical condition which a person cannot speak. Somewhat of muteness, not the same condition as aphasia, the lost ability to understand speech. Oh, you thought it was some kind of pun for date? For date? I don't know then. Yeah, Inheritance looked it up and got like an O with a squiggle above it. Okay. So she might have aphonia. Central Hospital. Cool. Oh! They just have what it is. I should wait for Inheritance. That's the police department, though. I hope you're all doing good and have a good weekend. Oh, here comes Inheritance.
Yeah.
Wait for headset.
I return.
Cool Name said that he thought it was some kind of pun for date. You have to convert it to a different code. Oh, he said convert these numbers from binary to decimal. You'll get 41205. Fourth alphabetical letter is D. First letter A. It spells out date.
That's so dumb. I mean, that's interesting, but like, how
This
were we
is-
supposed to know that?
This is the person who did Digital Roots as a entire
Yeah.
premise of a game. So like,
I just don't understand how we were supposed to get that. We were gonna, because like I looked it up and it was just like the O character with the squiggle on it. Like if it was like spaces, so we could be like, oh, okay, so this is 4, this is.
so this page that you thought was all going to be dumb stuff, it has aphonia, and I mean aphonia is
Aphonia.
not something everybody knows. So
Yeah, so my theory is already
and Central
already
Hospital
gone.
on the other page.
A large hospital that's in the center of town. Oh, Dom P. You didn't know what Dom
Yeah.
P was.
It-
Oh, maybe they can't use the actual name, so they shortened it.
Jobs, when used by Yakuza, likely means an illegal or unscrupulous activity. Oh. And another thing, but I wouldn't know anything about that. Cool.
jobs. Have you ever heard of the concept of jobs?
Yeah, but they're
Oh, it's
talking about Yakuza. What's that?
They're it's like concept art.
Yeah, it looks like that's what it is. The album. Okay, so... Oh, is there more? Okay.
The person who reported the screaming?
Right.
Unfortunately, not yet.
What's the holdup?
They didn't identify themselves over the phone.
But you should have a location by now.
All we know is that it was a payphone.
A payphone?
Oh, she has long hair.
That's
I thought she had like short cropped hair.
It
Like,
is unusual. Whoever it
brushed
was
back.
clearly didn't want us knowing their identity. They may have even been...
just like a long ponytail.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, you're gonna have to disinfect that later.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, that can't be clean. Maybe that weird body is disinfecting.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like a disinfectant slime.
Hello.
No, not hello. I told you not to just pop out of nowhere like that.
I do not understand your concern. Boss knows me by now.
Well, still.
Oh, we can see what I was seeing with her AI sight. She's looking at us.
My left eyeball is eye, but she sees things differently than I do.
Who are you?
Aren't I? I receive that compliment frequently.
Your attitude.
What did you
isn't,
say?
though.
That's she's kind of cute.
Oh.
So,
Do you really
am I
think she's kinda cute in
or
her
not
eyeball form?
cute?
I'm not sure if I think she's cute in either form, to be honest.
I was joking.
I don't understand your joke. Can you explain what's funny about it?
Nope, not cute at all. Fine, who are you?
Is that a serious question? We've been partners for 5 years. You know who I am.
Why did you come out?
I haven't been getting a lot of exercise lately.
You don't need exercise.
You're joking.
But you're an AI. You're a synthetic being. Why would you need exercise?
Hey, I got a call to the control room computer. The engineer showed it to me.
The official title is AI Ball.
AI ball. Okay.
You may call her Iba. The artificial intelligence contained within this sphere is nothing short of miraculous.
I'm gonna put it in your eye socket.
An autonomous artificial intelligence birthed from collective nanotechnology.
That will put in your eye socket.
Its ability to think is controlled by a program we call the Wadjet system.
Like the Egyptian
Put it in your
Wadjet.
pocket. Oh, it's good that you know that. It's gonna be relevant in one of the games you're playing. No spoilers.
Well, I know. I've seen a decent chunk of Persona 5 because you played it.
Special
I
Agent
did
Catherine,
play it. You're right.
day
When we
forward,
lived together.
This is your part.
Yeah, on your PlayStation. Thank you for giving me that experience. Before it was out on
She will be
Switch.
your personal computer and your personal companion.
Cool Name said he loves Pewter.
Is that his name?
The guy the scientist they just showed you.
Yeah.
Aiba's been living in my head ever since. She gathers info and runs analysis. She can also access wireless networks and hack into other computers. While she's in my eye
Ooh.
socket, we communicate through an artificial nerve to my brain. Lets us talk without actually speaking. Now, why did you come out?
Okay, really now. What's the real reason you came out?
There is something I need to report to the boss.
To me?
Correct. I could have had the message relayed through Date, but that would have been less efficient. I concluded that it was better to have the both of you hear this together.
Aren't you wasting a lot of time explaining this?
Please listen quietly. I have determined who reported the crime.
Huh?
You have?
Who reported the crime?
I found the payphone that the caller used. It was near the location of the crime, Bloom Park. Thus,
Who
I decided
reported
to check
the
the
crime?
surveillance footage of any security cameras operating nearby.
Well, it's just in
So
how.
we found a way
Reported
into that
the
database.
crime.
That is correct.
You didn't just say how
That
she found
area
it.
has little foot traffic, even less at night. The time of the report was around 9 p.m. Cameras only caught one
reported it?
person in the area around that time. I
Who?
analyzed the footage and was able to obtain a facial recognition match. They were registered as a person of interest in the police database.
Who was
Oh
it?
my god, who was it?
Matsushita Ota, 24 years old, male.
At least the game acknowledges it. Oh my gosh.
He looks like an Ace Attorney character.
He does look like
I
an
have
Ace
marked
Attorney
his address on
character.
the
Or a
map.
Pokemon trainer.
Yeah, he looks like somebody who would like actively lie while under oath.
Is he wearing a
In the
Rotom
game.
belt?
It kind of does look like he's wearing a Rotom belt. That's gonna be the new Rotom form. Rotom belt. Fighting type.
That is all.
Date?
Way ahead of you, boss. Let's go, Iba.
Affirmative.
Are you able to visit a new destination? Map will appear on the bottom right of the screen. Okay.
No.
Okay, back inside.
I'm giving you an order.
Does not compute.
What a gremlin.
Imagine having an eyeball that won't listen to you.
What a gremlin. True agent of chaos. We'd be friends.
Agent of Chaos.
Agent of chaos? What? Get out of here.